All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. I'm give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. I learned this truth from, and set attention out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, shalom to the the church who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And today, man, just basically getting on rulerships, man, because the time when the point of the movie that we're in is the downfall of the rulership of Edom, man. You know, the guys that have been ruling the planet Earth in wickedness. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and start off with that. Because on this rulership haven't been ruled in peace. This is how we know that this is not the kingdom of heaven, man. Because if there was a kingdom of heaven, everybody would rejoice. Let's start off with that first, man. This is the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 29. This is the book of Proverbs 29 in verse 3. Salakia. Proverbs 29 and verse 2. Salakia. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Let's read that again. Proverbs 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And the people are not rejoicing in this kingdom, man. People die every day. Drug addicts, wars going on, famine, pestilence going on, the Crown 19. You know, a lot of things is happening, even coming over here in America, which is supposed to be the most happiest place upon the planet Earth. It's suffered with depression, man. 85 Americans is on antidepressants, man. You know, that's why a lot of these Edomites are suffering in the opioid crisis, man. You know, because they're depressed. Even these celebrities, man, going down to Lil Wayne, Jay-Z. These guys are the most depressed because at the same time they realize this world ain't shit. Mike Tyson, he had a quote like that, man. He said, yeah, in that time those belt means something, but now they're garbage, man. And that's the representation of America. Garbage. Read this again, Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's what's going on, man. The people are mourning over this wicked place, man. You know, without even knowing it, people are crying out to get from America. Whether it be you sighing and crying in the morning, you not wanting to, you get hit with a bill, you have to go to the doctor, your stomach hurt, you have a bad cough. Things like that. It's the suffering of ruling under the rulership of Esau, man. Now real quick, let's start out right here in the book of Daniel 2 and verse 20, because again, we're finna transfer into a rulership of righteousness, man. Again, it's gonna get to a point when the wickedness of Esau Edom will come to an end. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get this in the book of Second Ezra. That's what I had wanted. This is the book of Second Ezra 6. Salakia. Second Ezra 6 and verse 9. The internet working slow, man. Okay. Here you go. This is the book of Second Ezra 6. And I'm going to start at verse 7. Let me get in the papers, man. Because you know how Esau played. This got to go. That's the spirit. So I got to go back to the papers. This is the book of Second Ezra 6. This is the book of Second Ezra 6. And I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed? So this is Ezra asking about when the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. Continuing on in verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So yes, man, Esau, he's the end of the world. He's the end of corruption, man. He's the end of wickedness. He's the end of death, man. Because in the kingdom of heaven, we're not going to sin. And again, you're living in a sinful kingdom. That's why this kingdom actually represents death. This kingdom actually represents everything that pleases the flesh. And that's why the Lord is going to bring this kingdom down and raise up the kingdom of righteousness, man, which is going to be reigned by Yahweh Shai in the house of David, man. Let's go ahead and go right here in the book of Daniel 2 and verse 20. It says, Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of the Most High, Yahweh Shai forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. He changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. So that's the process that we're at right now, man. We're in the process of the Lord removing the kingdom, the rulership of Edom, the rulership of death, you know. That's why it says, continuing on, it says he changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and set up kings. So he's going to remove this kingdom of wickedness and he's going to set up a kingdom of righteousness. He says he giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. And that's how we know that this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it start off with this word. I mean, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, this word, it actually is going to lead into us ruling, man. It's actually going to lead unto rulership, man. That's why it says he giveth wisdom unto the wise. Because without wisdom, you cannot rule a kingdom, Let's go ahead and get that in the Apocrypha. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 7. And I'm going to start at verse. This Wisdom of Solomon 7, and I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that cometh from her never goeth out. So guess what, man? It's basically talking about this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It will never go out, man. It says, all good things together come to me with her, and innumerable riches are in her hand. So basically, infinite riches is in the hand of wisdom, man. That's why in Psalm 16, let's get that real quick. Again, it's pleasures forevermore on the side of Yahweh Shai, man. So why would you choose the ways of Esau, the ways of death, man? Let's get this, because again, you go into the rappers, these different celebrities, they'll be on top for about a week. A lot of one-hit wonders. Perfect example, guys like Kevin Gates and Bobby Shmurda. They had a couple of good hits and things like that. And as the years pass and your song is fading and they not playing your record no more, you have to do crazy things to get known, man. You basically have to humiliate yourself and promote folly in order to get your record sold in Babylon, man. Let's go ahead and get this. And again, that's corner riches, man. Riches that's here today and gone tomorrow. MC Hammer broke up like Mike Tyson, guys like that, man. Let's read this though, because these riches will never go out. This is the book of Psalms 17 and verse 11. It says, that will show me the path of life, and the presence is fullness. It's like it says, in thy presence is fullness of joy. So in the presence of the Lord is fullness and joy, man. With this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding comes what? Fullness and joy, man. Read this again. Psalm 16 verse 11, it says, thou wilt show me the path of life. In the presence is fullness and joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. So the Lord said, in thy right hand there is pleasures forevermore, man. So in the right hand of Yahweh Shai, that's basically the kingdom of heaven, man. Because that's why Yahweh Shai, he represents the right hand, Even when you go back into the conversation between the apostles and Yahweh Shai, basically the apostles, they knew, the disciples back then, they knew what was going on, man. They knew if they lose these carnal things and basically invest in the future, they knew later on they're going to receive hundredfold, man. And that's why Esau, he's getting jealous, man, because Esau know what we're tapping into, man. Esau know in the kingdom of heaven is going to be dope. They seek the kingdom, man. Esau seek to have those spiritual bodies, to have immortality, man, because righteous is immortal, man. Let's go ahead and go back to Wisdom of Solomon, but we're going to jump back to 6. This Wisdom of Solomon 6, and I'm going to jump down to verse 20. It's like it. This Wisdom of Solomon, yeah. Wisdom of Solomon 6 in verse 20. It says, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. And that's it, man. Just going back into that Daniel 2nd chapter. He giveth wisdom unto the wise. Again, in that wisdom, it comes riches, it comes rulership, it comes with authority, man. With wisdom come all things. Esau, he even had to have a certain level of wisdom on the left-hand side to rule. Nebuchadnezzar had to have a certain level of wisdom to rule, man. And again, with wisdom come all things. Again, riches, rulership, woman, power, and everything, man. But guess what it starts with? It starts with wisdom, man. You know, because that's the thing that's going to preserve you. So let's read this again in Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. It says, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If thy delight be in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. So again, instead of honoring the wisdom on the left-hand side like Esau, we're honoring wisdom on the right-hand side, which is going to lead into what? Everlasting life, man. Immortality, man. Because the wisdom that we're learning from is righteous, man. And again, the Lord, he basically put us through this wicked kingdom so we can appreciate the righteous kingdom much more, man. You know, it's going to be a big difference between this side and that side on all levels, whether it be through the trees or whether how you feel in the body, man. Because you ain't going to have this type of body. So let's go ahead and go back to that Wisdom of Solomon. It's like, let's go ahead and go back to this Daniel 2 and verse 21 again. And he changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and he setteth up kings again. He removeth the kingdoms of Esau, the wicked nation, and he's bringing up the kingdom of David, the kingdom of Jacob, which is what? The righteous nation, man. Continuing on, it says, he giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. And again, that's why the Lord gave us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And this Esau biggest fear of us returning back into our power, man. Esau don't want you to have the wisdom of being righteous, man. Even simple things, not committing adultery. They actually promote the wisdom on the left-hand side, man. Whether it be by committing adultery, whether it be by eating pork, whether it be by the gang culture, black culture, man. You know, let's go ahead and go back to wisdom. It's like Daniel 2 and verse 22. It says, he revealeth the deep and the secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. And again, the light is so you can see things, man, for lack of better words. Because if you're in the dark about something, you don't know. But if I shed light upon a certain subject, then you're enlightened about it, man. Basically, I warned you. If I enlighten you that this kingdom is going down and don't invest in it, and you see it happening, you're going to take heed unto it, because now you actually see it. But if you're in the dark, or basically in a dead state of mind, you're not going to be aware of the movie. Now, real quick, I have something physical, man. The downfall of this current kingdom. Because again, it's a saying, Biden represents America, man. You know, this guy, he has dementia. You know, he's a known pedophile, known sick bastard. But at the same time, people are trying to, for lack of better words, a couple years ago, it was a Mo saying that he was saved. He was ecstatic that this guy was ruling. Is this your ruler? Is this your Caesar? Is this your king? The guy you chosen instead of Trump, even though we know both BS, but you can at least pick Trump instead, man. Now, real quick, I got a thing from Taylor from the Real Mac Report. It says Joe Biden was heckled in 10th Downing Street, London, with "Let's Go, Brother." Now, this not even in America, man. This all the way in London. I'm gonna play it. And basically, if you don't know what "let's go Brandon" means, that's basically a disrespectful, "f you Biden." That's what that means, man. But for lack of better words, you can see the downfall of this place, man. You can see that the Lord is finna get ready to make a clean slate with America, and basically a clean slate with the rulership of Edom, man. Because again, this is a perfect example that these different nations don't mess with America no more. And when it said it's same divide against same, that should not stand. So let's get this real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, 51, in verse 8. It says, Babylon is fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain. So the Lord is Babylon is done. It's falling, it's destroyed, man. And falling, that's a process, man. But whether you fell from 3 feet or whether you fell from a damn skyscraper, it's a process, man. Because it's going to take time for your ass to hit the ground. It's going to take, for lack of better words, but we can see the arms falling, man. We can see this guy, he's trying to grab on different things, and it's making the process worse, man. We're enjoying the sin, the fall for her. But it says, what? How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. So the Lord, he's basically being funny. Hey, give her a Band-Aid. And let's see if she do any better. Continuing on, we would have not healed Babylon, because a Band-Aid would not heal the wound of America. It's hidden with an uncurable disease, man. Let's continue on. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So Yahweh Shema Shai, he is basically judging this place for everything that they have done, man. And again, not even you can do America, because basically America represents the rulership of Edom. It's the capital city of Esau, man. Because everybody follow after this place. Continuing on, it says, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our power. So we're actually declaring unto everybody that Babylon is falling. We're declaring unto everybody, unto Zion, unto Israel, the Black, Latinos, the Native Americans, in the confusion, the face, the scattered brothers abroad. We're declaring unto them what? That this place is coming down and that our rulership is coming up, man. Let's go ahead and get this. This is the book of Psalms 75, and I'm going to start at verse 5. Psalm 75 and 5. And it reads, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. So it says, lift not up your horn on high. So don't be proud, man, because these devils, they boast in their power, man. Even though the Lord, he blessed them with it, they don't think it. They think they got this rulership on their own. Whether it be by theories like the black, whether it be theories like the Big Bang, or whether it be theories like genetics, which Esau even got the best genetics, man. Or whether it be things like, we were just blessed, and really you was blessed to come out on top on this side, man. But the next side, we're going to be on top, the rightful rulers, because the Lord, he's a fair power. He gave everybody a chance to rule, even the wicked. Continuing on to verse 6, though, Psalm 75, verse 6, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. So you don't get rulership on your own, but the Most High is the judge. He pulleth down one and setteth up another. And that's the process that's going on right now. The Lord, he's putting down one kingdom and he's going to set up another. And who is going to be that other kingdom? The nation of Israel, whether you believe it or not, the righteous kingdom, man. Because again, you're going to, for lack of better words, going back to that Proverbs 29 and verse 2, these other nations are going to rejoice, man. They're going to be ecstatic once we rule, man. Because they're going to see the difference between the man of death ruling and the man of life ruling, man. Let's go on continuing on, though. It says, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red and full of mixture. He poured out the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. Because basically, Esau, he's going to get served that cup of slavery, man. Like we were slaves on this side, these devils, they're going to be slaves on that side, man. On the side coming up, man. Let's go ahead and get two more precepts and close it up, because at the same time, these devils, they're gonna have to fall in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established, man. You know, you go to these old cowboy movies like Jesse James. You know, he got us saying this town is not big enough for the two of us. So guess what? Righteousness and wickedness cannot rule at the same time. This is the book of Ezekiel 17 to verse 24. All the trees of the field shall know that I, the Lord, have brought down the high tree. Who is that high tree? The nation of Edom, man. The highest ruling kingdom, who everybody follow, man, who everybody pattern themselves after, the so-called white men, whether it be the Chinese by wearing a three-piece suit, whether it be you singing a rap song, man. You know, let's continue on though. It says, have exalted the low tree. What's that low tree? The nation of Israel. Have dried up the green tree and have made the dry tree to flourish. After the Lord have spoken and have done it. So the Lord, he's basically speaking it into his, he basically spoke it into existence, man, to bring it down in this kingdom and to bringing up the kingdom of Israel. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 4. In verse 26, it says, and again, this Ezra's asking again. You know, that's why he was seeking the kingdom of heaven. That's why when you go back into even the disciples, man, they were asking the Lord, man, when the kingdom of heaven gonna come? They say the kingdom of heaven don't come for observation, but the kingdom of heaven is within you, man. Because again, we think upon these things, man. We could actually see these things happening, man. Fruits being more, having this full nutrients, man. Fruits being in this fullness, man. Life being in this fullness, because life is not in its fullness now, man. How do you know life is not in its fullness now, man? Because Esau have polluted the whole planet Earth, man. Whether it be by dumping toxic minerals in the ground, or whether it be by creating forever chemicals for the rain, man. This is sick things that this devil is doing. Let's read this again. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 4 and verse 26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for this world hastening fast to pass away. So again, this kingdom only got a short period of time, man. Continuing on, it says, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. And what's those things that's promised to the righteous in the time to come, man? Riches forevermore, man. The kingdom of heaven, man. And I ain't talking about just corner riches, man. These spiritual riches come first, man. You know, continuing on, it says, it cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But yeah, this world is sick, man. Basically, this world needs to be healed, man. And Esau, he's the disease. And the best thing to do with the disease is to just cancel the whole thing out. Going back to Sirach, the 10th chapter, what it says, with the physician cutteth off a long disease, man, which is with the nation of Edom. Because soon they got into power, they shed blood, man. Revelations 6 and 4, man. You know, their horse came out that was red. And as soon as he came out, he started killing niggas, man. And even today, it got worse. You know, and that's how cancer is. Cancer only gets worse as time goes, man. There's that lump on their breast, it don't stay the same size. It get bigger and bigger, because it got to a point when these devils, they were just using muskets. Then they upgraded to the Gatling gun, and now today they have a drone like a damn video game. They could be in Florida and bomb you on the other side of the country, man. That's the devil working upon the planet Earth, man. Continuing on, though, it says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. And that's it, man. It says the evil is sown. This world, this kingdom, this rulership of wickedness is already planted, and they have to grow. You have to reach its fullness, man. For lack of a better word, their fruit have to be right, man. You can't get it early, because it ain't gonna be right, man. Things have to be fulfilled. Like what? What's one of those things that are going to have to be fulfilled? That sea help being mandatory, man. Continuing on, though, it says, therefore, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, if this current kingdom don't be done away with, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So in order for the kingdom of heaven to be put upon the planet Earth, then this current kingdom have to be taken away. And guess what? If the kingdom, If you think this is the kingdom of heaven, I want proof. You know, why the because again, a part of the kingdom of heaven is what no wars. A part of the kingdom of heaven is the real Jews being in the Holy Land, the real Israelites, Yasharala being in the Holy Land. You know what I'm saying? That's the real kingdom of heaven. But in this kingdom, it's some Amalekites over there, and it's full of wars and death and bloodshed. Why? Because the wicked is ruling. I want to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Shalom, PTA, and the Bible Bow.